When I first came here, I had come from, I guess, a middle-class life. I had always been, a fairly good person. I'd followed the law. I'd worked hard on my life. The last few years of my life went really downhill after going through a horrible divorce, and 13 years of domestic violence wore me down. After I had finally gotten the guts to call the police and my ex was arrested, I still was trying to take care of the kids and myself, and yet I was a depressed, anxious mess that was addicted to pain pills. I could not see any worth in me at all, and I thought the only way to resolve that was to take the sleeping pills. After I did that, and I heard this voice inside my head say, "Daughter, you are not alone." And I believe truly it was God speaking to me, and he was just telling me, this is not what I have planned for you. I realized, and I had a moment of clarity, and I realized what was going on and what I'd just done, and so I called 911. The ambulance came, and I was taken to the hospital. But that moment, I can only describe as the most ultimate peace I've ever felt in my entire life. Me and the kids lived in the house for as long as we could, but we eventually were being evicted because I couldn't afford the mortgage. Coming from a house, 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, having my kids, having a family, and then it was like the next day, it was all gone. The thing is about recovery, especially if it's from drugs, alcohol, or even mental illness, it takes a lot of time. It's not a quick fix. And the resources here that they have, they've got everything here, and they're willing to put the time in with you. The Victory House, I think, is going to be having the women and children in a separate location other than the general population here. There's a lot of baggage here sometimes with some people, and they're great people, but there is the reality of where they're at in life, and you want to shelter that from your kids. You don't want them to see some things, and the Victory House is going to be the answer to that, because it'll be separate from the shelter, and it'll just be about the women and the children and the family. One of the best things about being around here, and you see the people that work here, Sherry, every time I see her, she's got nothing but love and hugs for me. And I'm just such a hugger. I love to hug. I love people contact, and I did not have that for almost 3 years before I came here. And now it's like I come up here, I'm down at the transitional housing now. Sometimes I will walk up here just so I can get my hug.